Imagine a treasure map, ancient and faded, its ink etched with symbols only the determined can decipher. This map doesn't point to a faraway island or a buried chest. It leads inward, to the vaults of your own potential. The treasures it promises are real, abundance beyond measure, success without limit. But like all legendary maps, it comes with riddles, clues, and hidden passages, waiting to be unlocked by those who dare to embark on the journey. The treasures of abundance and success are not hidden from us, they are hidden within us. Throughout history, these treasures have been shrouded in secrecy, veiled by layers of misunderstanding, and guarded by the inertia of conventional thinking. The principles that govern prosperity have always been available to those who seek them, yet they remain banned for most, not because they are forbidden, but because they demand something many are unwilling to offer: awareness, commitment, and the courage to act. This book is your guide to uncovering these secrets. It is a journey into the esoteric principles that govern success and abundance, a journey that bridges ancient wisdom and modern practicality. The pages ahead hold keys to unlocking the forces that shape your reality, revealing how thoughts, emotions, and actions intertwine to create the fabric of your life. These principles are not abstractions, they are tools you can wield if you choose to. As you turn these pages, consider yourself an explorer deciphering a sacred code. Each chapter will reveal a new facet of the treasure map, leading you closer to the vault of your limitless potential. But remember, a map is only as valuable as the journey it inspires. The knowledge within this book is not meant to be admired from a distance. It is meant to be acted upon, tested, and lived. Only then can its promises transform your life. The journey you are about to undertake is not one of passive discovery, it is one of active creation. The treasures of abundance and success are waiting for you, hidden in plain sight. You hold the map. The question is, will you follow it? Abundance Secrets. Chapter 1. The River of Abundance, Flowing with Prosperity. Picture a river, vast and unyielding, its waters coursing through valleys, carving mountains, and sustaining life wherever it flows. The river is abundance itself, endless, dynamic, and life-giving. It doesn't question its course or hoard its waters. It moves unceasing, adapting to the contours of the land, embracing every twist and turn with effortless grace. Yet, when a dam is built or debris obstructs its flow, the river slows, pools, and loses its vitality. So too does the abundance that flows through your life. It is ever-present, like the river, but its presence depends on your ability to let it move freely. Dams of doubt, fear, and scarcity interrupt the natural flow, creating stagnation where there could be prosperity. The key to accessing abundance lies not in creating it, it is already there, but in unblocking the channels that prevent its flow. Imagine standing by this river, feeling its force, sensing its potential. The question is not whether the river exists, but whether you will remove the barriers that keep you from stepping into its current. This chapter is your first step in learning to align yourself with the flow of abundance, to understand its natural rhythm, and to dissolve the obstacles that have kept it at bay. Abundance, like the river, operates on principles of flow. It is not static, it is a force that responds to the intentions and actions of those who engage with it. Just as a river adjusts its path to the terrain, abundance adjusts to the channels we create or fail to create in our lives. Consider the concept of flow, not just as a metaphor but as a universal law. Scientists have observed that systems in nature, from rivers to ecosystems, thrive when there is movement and stagnate when movement is obstructed. Similarly, abundance requires circulation. Wealth, opportunities, and resources multiply when they are shared, invested, or set into motion, but they dwindle when hoarded out of fear. The very act of giving, whether through time, energy, or resources, mirrors the river's natural state of contribution and return. Reflect on your own life. Where have you built dams that restrict abundance? Perhaps it is a belief that you are undeserving, a fear of loss, or an attachment to the known and familiar. These dams may have once served as protective measures, but they now block the flow of opportunities, ideas, and connections that are waiting to reach you. Unblocking these channels begins with awareness. Think of a time in your life when you felt truly in the flow, when opportunities seemed to align effortlessly, when energy and inspiration came naturally, when results exceeded effort. What were you doing differently? Often, these moments are marked by clarity, purpose, and an openness to receive without resistance. Now imagine unblocking the river within you. Visualize each limiting belief, each self-imposed barrier, as a piece of debris in the riverbed. Slowly, you begin to remove these obstacles. With each stone lifted, the current strengthens, and the water begins to flow freely once more. This is not just an exercise in imagination. It is a blueprint for action. Each belief challenged, each risk taken, and each opportunity embraced is a step toward restoring the natural flow of abundance in your life. One of the most powerful tools for unblocking your flow is gratitude. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, reminding you of the resources, relationships, and opportunities already present. It is the act of acknowledging the river, even if it feels like a trickle, and inviting it to expand. Begin each day by identifying 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude is not merely a reflection, it is an act of creation, amplifying the flow of abundance by aligning your energy with the current of prosperity. But gratitude alone is not enough. Action is the true catalyst for abundance. The river flows because it moves. To align yourself with abundance, you must take action that reflects trust in the process. This might mean investing in your growth, pursuing a new opportunity, or releasing what no longer serves you. Each action you take creates momentum, like the push that propels a boat into the river's current. Remember, abundance is not a destination, it is a state of being. It is not something to chase or grasp, but something to allow and align with. The river of abundance flows perpetually. Your task is simply to open the channels and step into its embrace. Standing beside the river, you now understand its truth. The flow was never absent, it was only blocked. With each obstacle you remove, the water rushes forward, carrying with it the promise of renewal, growth, and prosperity. The river reflects your potential, boundless and dynamic, waiting only for your willingness to let it move freely. Ask yourself, what are the dams you've constructed in your life? Are they built from fear, doubt, or a sense of unworthiness? Imagine dismantling them stone by stone and watching the river of abundance surge forward. Each barrier removed is an act of reclaiming your natural state of prosperity. The river also teaches you a vital truth. Flow requires trust. Trust in the river's path, trust in its ability to provide, and trust in your own ability to navigate its current. As you step into this flow, let your actions mirror the river's rhythm, steady, purposeful, and unyielding. The river of abundance flows within and around you. It is time to release the barriers and embrace its endless current. What will you do today to open your channels and step into the flow? The choice is yours, and the river is waiting. Chapter 2: The Key of Perception, Unlocking Hidden Opportunities. Imagine holding a golden key in your hand, its intricate design reflecting a promise of access to untold wonders. You approach a door seemingly mundane, yet something about it whispers of mysteries waiting on the other side. Most would pass by without a second glance, unaware of the treasure concealed within. But you, armed with the key of perception, see beyond the ordinary and recognize the door for what it truly is, a gateway to abundance and success, hidden in plain sight. Opportunities often hide in the shadows of challenges, their outlines obscured by fear, doubt, or distraction. Like the golden key, perception is the tool that unlocks these hidden doors. It transforms what appears to be a dead end into a path forward, revealing potential where others see limitation. This chapter invites you to hone your perception, to see not just with your eyes, but with your inner vision, and to unlock the doors that hold the treasures of your untapped potential. Perception is not merely the act of seeing, it is the art of interpreting. Like a lens, it can focus or distort, magnify or obscure. What you perceive as failure may, through another lens, appear as an essential lesson. What seems like rejection might, when viewed differently, be a redirection toward something greater. The question is not what you see but how you choose to see it. Consider the story of the invisible door. In ancient myth, a young seeker was tasked with finding a hidden portal that led to unimaginable wealth. Many searched for this doorway, yet none could find it because it appeared as an ordinary wall to the untrained eye. The seeker, however, learned to look for subtle signs, a faint shimmer in the stone, an unusual crack, the way the light fell at certain angles. By training his perception, he uncovered the hidden door and claimed the treasure within. The same principle applies to your life. Opportunities are often cloaked in challenges, visible only to those who look with intention and clarity. To develop this golden key of perception, begin by examining the beliefs that shape your view of the world. Are they expansive, encouraging you to see possibility, or are they restrictive, blinding you to what lies beyond? A simple exercise is to reflect on a recent challenge and ask, what opportunity might this be hiding? What lesson or potential could I uncover here? Often, the act of questioning is enough to shift your perspective and reveal the invisible door. Perception also thrives on presence. In our fast-paced, distraction-filled world, the ability to pause and fully engage with the moment is a rare skill. Yet it is in these moments of stillness that hidden opportunities reveal themselves. Imagine walking through a forest, rushing to reach a destination. Your focus is on the path ahead, oblivious to the treasures around you. A rare flower blooming by the trail, a bird singing its unique song. Only when you slow down, quiet your mind, and truly observe do these hidden wonders emerge. Life's opportunities are no different. They often require a moment of stillness to be seen. Another facet of perception is courage. The courage to look beyond appearances and challenge assumptions. What you perceive as a limitation may, in fact, be a hidden strength. History offers countless examples of individuals who transformed obstacles into stepping stones through the power of perception. Thomas Edison, when asked about his numerous failed attempts to create the light bulb, famously reframed them as steps toward success, each failure a necessary part of the process. This mindset allowed him to persist where others might have given up, ultimately unlocking one of the greatest inventions of his time. As you cultivate this expanded perception, you may notice a shift not only in how you view the world, but in how the world responds to you. Opportunities seem to appear more frequently, challenges feel less daunting, and life begins to align in unexpected ways. This is not magic. It is the natural result of aligning your inner vision with the infinite possibilities around you. The key of perception turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, unlocking doors you didn't even know existed. The golden key of perception is now in your hands. As you move forward, remember that the door to abundance often disguises itself as a wall. Your task is not to create opportunities, but to reveal them, to see beyond the surface and uncover the hidden treasures within. Ask yourself, what doors in your life remain locked because of how you perceive them? Are there challenges that, when viewed through a different lens, might hold the very opportunities you seek? Take a moment to reflect on your current circumstances. What might you be overlooking? What subtle signs, like the shimmer on the ancient stone wall, are calling for your attention? The key of perception is not a gift bestowed upon a select few. It is a skill available to all who choose to develop it. By sharpening your awareness, questioning your assumptions, and embracing the courage to see beyond appearances, you hold the power to unlock doors that others pass by. The treasures of abundance and success are waiting, hidden in plain sight, ready to be claimed by those who dare to look. What will you unlock today? The choice is yours, and the key is already in your hand. Chapter 3: The Alchemy of Intent, Turning Desires into Reality. Imagine a solitary alchemist in a quiet chamber, a crucible glowing red-hot in the center of his workbench. He feeds raw elements into the vessel, lead, fire, fragments of earth, and watches as the magic of transformation begins. In this ancient practice, the mundane becomes gold, the impure transmuted into perfection. The crucible represents more than a physical process. It is the alchemist's intent, his focus, and his unwavering belief that turn base materials into brilliance. In your life, intent serves as the alchemical crucible. It holds the power to refine raw, unfocused desires into tangible outcomes. Desire alone is like scattered fragments of metal, potential without form. Intent gives it shape, depth, and purpose. The secrets of abundance and success rest in mastering this transformation, to take the infinite possibilities of the universe and channel them through the concentrated fire of your will. This chapter will guide you through the alchemy of intent, revealing how to turn fleeting wishes into steadfast reality. Intent is not merely wishing or wanting, it is deliberate, focused, and unwavering. It is the difference between gazing at the stars and charting a course toward them. Like the alchemist, your success begins with clarity. What do you desire to create? Without clarity, intent is diluted, incapable of igniting transformation. Imagine trying to light a fire with scattered sparks. Only a concentrated flame can generate heat sufficient for change. Reflect for a moment on the word desire. It stems from the Latin desiderare, meaning to long for what is absent. Yet longing alone is passive, a yearning for something external to come to you. Intent transforms longing into action. It is the act of declaring "this will be so" and aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that declaration. Intent is both the spark that ignites the fire and the crucible that sustains its heat. Consider the story of an artist who dreamed of creating a masterpiece. For years she painted sporadically, her vision clouded by doubt and distraction. One day she decided to commit fully, to create with intent. She set aside time each day, refining her skills, visualizing her completed work, and pouring her energy into the process. Over time, her fragmented efforts coalesced into a masterpiece that surpassed her original dream. What changed? Her intent transformed her dream from a vague possibility into a living reality. Intent requires more than clarity, it demands purity. In alchemy, impurities hinder transformation, corrupting the gold. In your life, these impurities take the form of conflicting desires, distractions, and doubts. If you say you wish for success but secretly fear responsibility, your intent is divided, and the process falters. To refine your intent, examine your inner contradictions. What fears or beliefs dilute your focus? What distractions pull your energy away from your goal? The alchemist's crucible cannot succeed without purification, and neither can your intent. But intent alone is not enough, it must be coupled with action. An alchemist who stares at his crucible without tending the fire creates nothing. Your actions are the fuel that sustains the heat of transformation. Small, consistent steps build momentum, each one reinforcing your intent and signaling to the universe that you are serious about your desire. This synergy between intent and action creates a feedback loop. As you act, your intent grows stronger, and as your intent strengthens, your actions become more aligned. The universe, like a master alchemist, responds to clarity and consistency. When your intent is pure, focused, and coupled with deliberate action, the world begins to conspire in your favor. Synchronicities occur, opportunities arise, and obstacles diminish. This is not luck, it is the natural law of alignment. Just as the alchemist aligns his tools, fire, and elements to create gold, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions to manifest your desires. A key component of the alchemy of intent is trust. The alchemist trusts the process, knowing that transformation takes time and precision. Similarly, you must trust in your own power and in the timing of the universe. Doubt cools the fire, while trust sustains it. When setbacks occur, as they inevitably will, view them not as failures, but as part of the refining process. Every challenge purifies your intent, testing its strength and sharpening its focus. The alchemist's crucible is not a tool confined to myth or history, it is within you. Your intent is the fire, and your desires are the raw materials. The process of transformation may not be instantaneous, but each step you take strengthens the alchemy at work. With clarity, focus, and deliberate action, What once seemed distant and unattainable becomes part of your reality. Now consider your current desires. Are they scattered like fragments of metal, or have you begun to refine them in the crucible of intent? What impurities, doubt, distraction, or fear need to be removed to purify your vision? Reflect on one specific desire and ask yourself, what is one action I can take today to fuel the fire of transformation? As you step into this alchemical process, remember that intent is both the beginning and the end. It is the spark that ignites the flame and the guiding force that sustains it. The treasures of abundance and success are not handed to those who merely wish for them. They are earned by those who refine their desires, align their actions, and trust in the transformative power within. The crucible awaits. What will you create? The gold is already within you, waiting to be revealed. Chapter 4: The Magnetic Field, Attracting What You Desire. Picture a powerful magnet resting beneath the surface of the earth. Unseen yet undeniably present, it pulls and holds objects in its invisible grasp. Magnets do not chase, they draw. They do not shout their power, they embody it. Their energy works in silence, a steady force aligning the scattered particles around them. Now imagine this magnet exists within you, an untapped source of attraction waiting to be activated. This magnet is not made of iron or steel. It is the sum of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions. It pulls experiences, people, and opportunities into your life, shaped by the energy you emit. Some wonder why they repeatedly attract struggle or scarcity, unaware that their inner magnet is misaligned. Others seem to live in effortless flow, drawing success and abundance as though by divine favor. The difference lies in alignment. This chapter will guide you to awaken and recalibrate your magnetic field, transforming you into a deliberate attractor of the life you desire. The magnet within you operates on the principle of vibrational alignment. Just as a tuning fork vibrates in harmony with a matching frequency, your inner energy attracts experiences that resonate with it. When your thoughts are scattered or rooted in fear, your magnet weakens, pulling in chaotic and unwanted circumstances. But when your intentions are clear and your emotions align with them, the magnet grows stronger, effortlessly drawing the opportunities and connections you seek. Consider a time in your life when everything seemed to flow effortlessly. A new job, a meaningful relationship, or an unexpected opportunity that felt perfectly timed. Reflect on your emotional state in that moment. Were you confident, open, and aligned with possibility? Chances are, you weren't bogged down by doubt or negativity. This is the essence of the magnetic field. It amplifies what you focus on, whether consciously or unconsciously. If you focus on lack, you attract more of it. Focus on abundance, and the world seems to conspire in your favor. This principle is rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern science. In the esoteric traditions, the heart is considered the ultimate source of magnetism, capable of radiating energy far beyond the body. Science echoes this truth, with studies revealing that the electromagnetic field of the human heart is exponentially more powerful than that of the brain. When your thoughts, emotions, and heart are in harmony, they create a magnetic force field that ripples outward, influencing the world around you. But a magnet cannot attract without polarity. It requires a clear distinction between what it pulls toward and what it repels. In your life, this polarity comes from clarity of desire and conviction. If you are unsure of what you want, your magnet becomes neutral, weak, and ineffective. The universe responds not to indecision, but to decisiveness. Spend time reflecting on your desires. Are they vague, fleeting wishes, or are they anchored in clarity and purpose? The stronger your clarity, the stronger your pull. Imagine a sailor navigating by the North Star. Without the star's steady light, the journey becomes aimless, fraught with misdirection. Your magnet is the same. It needs a guiding light. Define your desires with precision. What does success look like? How will abundance feel? The clearer your vision, the easier it is to align your emotions and actions with it. Write it down, speak it aloud, and visualize it as though it is already yours. These actions strengthen your magnetic field, reinforcing its pull. It is important to note that magnetism is not about control but about resonance. You cannot force specific outcomes or manipulate others into your orbit. Such attempts weaken your energy and create resistance. True attraction comes from authenticity and alignment. When you are true to yourself and your desires, the right opportunities flow to you naturally, without struggle or strain. This is the essence of effortless success: allowing rather than forcing, attracting rather than chasing. To strengthen your magnet, cultivate gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate amplifier of attraction. When you focus on what you already have, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready for more. Like a magnet's field expanding outward, gratitude magnifies your ability to draw in abundance. Begin each day by acknowledging 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. Feel the warmth of gratitude radiating from your heart. This simple practice aligns your energy with abundance, enhancing your magnetic pull. Finally, be mindful of your environment and relationships. Just as a magnet can lose its charge when exposed to opposing forces, your energy can diminish when surrounded by negativity or doubt. Choose to spend time with people who uplift and inspire you. Create a physical space that reflects your goals and values. Every detail matters, for your environment shapes your energy, and your energy shapes your magnet. The magnet within you is already active, pulling experiences and opportunities into your life. The question is not whether it works, but how well it is aligned with your true desires. Are you attracting chaos or clarity, scarcity or abundance? Your thoughts, emotions, and actions are the levers that control this magnet. With conscious alignment, you can recalibrate it to draw the life you envision. Take a moment to reflect. What is your inner magnet attracting right now? Is it aligned with the future you want to create? If not, what adjustments can you make to your thoughts, feelings, or actions to strengthen its pull? Write down 1 clear desire and 1 action you will take today to amplify your magnetic field. Remember, a magnet does not strain or struggle, it simply is. Your power lies not in effort but in alignment. When your energy resonates with your desires, the world responds in kind, bringing opportunities, connections, and abundance into your orbit. Trust in this process. Strengthen your magnet. The flow of life is already moving toward you. Will you align yourself to receive it? Chapter 5: The Spiral of Growth, Success as a Journey. Imagine a spiral staircase winding upward into the sky. As you ascend, each step offers a slightly broader view than the last. The climb may feel repetitive, the twists and turns familiar, but every loop moves you closer to the pinnacle. Unlike a ladder with straight and rigid steps, a spiral acknowledges the rhythm of life, progress interspersed with pauses and revisits. This is the nature of growth, cyclical yet ever expanding. The spiral is a potent symbol of success because it reflects both the persistence and the reflection required for true advancement. Success does not unfold in a single leap, but through continuous loops of effort, learning, and recalibration. At times, it may seem as though you are covering old ground, repeating lessons and challenges you thought you had overcome. Yet, with each turn of the spiral, you carry the wisdom of previous cycles, rising ever higher. This chapter invites you to embrace the spiral of growth, recognizing it not as a setback but as a sacred pattern that guides your journey. Within this rhythm lies the secret to building sustainable success, by honoring the process and using each loop as a stepping stone toward greatness. Growth is seldom linear. From the natural cycles of the seasons to the tides of the ocean, the universe thrives on repetition and renewal, yet humans often resist this flow, expecting their journey to success to resemble a straight, unbroken line. This expectation sets up frustration when progress feels slow, or setbacks seem to undo previous efforts. The spiral offers an alternative view, reminding us that growth is not about perfection but about persistence. Reflect on a time in your life when you faced a recurring challenge. Perhaps it was a pattern in relationships, a persistent career block, or a habit you struggled to change. Initially, it may have felt like failure, a return to square one, yet, upon closer examination, each recurrence brought a new understanding, a deeper awareness. The spiral of growth was at work, nudging you to revisit the lesson with fresh eyes until you were ready to transcend it. This cyclical process is not a flaw but a design feature of success. In ancient wisdom traditions, the spiral is a sacred symbol representing the evolution of the soul. The labyrinth, for example, was not meant to trap, but to guide seekers through a journey of introspection and discovery. Each twist of the path was intentional, designed to bring the traveler closer to their center. Similarly, your spiral of growth invites you to revisit lessons, not as punishment, but as preparation for the next ascent. Consider the story of a sculptor shaping a marble statue. With each pass of the chisel, the block of stone becomes more refined. From the outside, it may seem as though the artist is repeating the same motions, but each stroke is deliberate, revealing new dimensions of the masterpiece. In the same way, your spiral of growth carves away the unnecessary, revealing the truest version of yourself. Every cycle, no matter how redundant it feels, is refining your potential. To navigate the spiral with grace, you must embrace reflection. Reflection is the key to transforming repetition into progress. After each loop, ask yourself, what did I learn? What patterns emerged? How am I different now than when I started? These questions turn the spiral into a map, helping you see the broader trajectory of your journey. Without reflection, the spiral may feel like a wheel spinning in place. With it, the spiral becomes a compass pointing upward. Growth also requires patience. The impatience of modern life often leads to the misconception that success should come quickly, that effort should yield immediate results. But just as a seed takes time to sprout, blossom, and bear fruit, success unfolds in its own season. The spiral teaches us to trust this timing, to honor the pauses as much as the leaps. Each stage prepares you for the next, even when progress seems invisible. The spiral is not only a symbol of personal growth but of collective evolution. In history, humanity's progress often mirrors this pattern. The Renaissance, for example, emerged after revisiting the wisdom of ancient civilizations. It was not a return to the past, but a reinterpretation of it, spiraling forward into new artistic and intellectual heights. Similarly, your journey builds upon the wisdom of past cycles, weaving them into a future that is uniquely yours. The spiral also invites you to celebrate incremental victories. Too often, the focus is solely on the final goal, overlooking the significance of small wins along the way. Each loop of the spiral is an achievement, a mark of resilience, effort, and progress. By celebrating these moments, you fuel your journey with gratitude, making the climb lighter and more joyful. Finally, the spiral teaches you to let go of perfectionism. Success is not about a flawless ascent, but about resilience and adaptability. The very shape of the spiral allows for flexibility, accommodating detours and recalibrations without losing its upward momentum. When you embrace this, failure becomes less daunting, setbacks less paralyzing. You understand that every twist and turn is part of the design, bringing you closer to your destination. As you ascend the spiral of growth, pause to look back at the steps you have already climbed. Each loop, though familiar, has elevated you. The lessons you thought were repetitions were in fact deeper layers of wisdom. What once felt like a detour now reveals itself as an essential part of the journey. The spiral has carried you higher, its rhythm guiding you toward success. Take a moment to reflect. What patterns have emerged in your life that you now see differently? How have past challenges shaped your present strength? Write down one recurring theme you have faced and the growth it has inspired. Let this reflection serve as a reminder of the progress you have already made and the heights still ahead. The spiral is both a symbol and a tool. It reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination. It invites you to embrace the rhythm of effort, reflection, and renewal. And most importantly, it shows you that every step, no matter how small, contributes to your ascent. You are the sculptor of your own life, chiseling away with each loop of the spiral. Trust the process, honor the journey, and rise with the spiral toward your limitless potential. Chapter 6: The Lighthouse of Focus, Illuminating the Path to Abundance. Imagine standing on a distant shoreline, gazing toward the sea cloaked in a dense gray mist. Amidst the uncertainty, a lighthouse pierces through the fog, its steady beam illuminating the path to safety and purpose. This beacon does not falter, even as the waves crash against the rocks and the night grows darker. It is a symbol of unwavering clarity, a testament to the power of focus amidst distraction. Your life is much like the ocean, expansive, unpredictable, and filled with possibilities. But without the clarity of focus, it is easy to drift aimlessly, pulled by the tides of external influences or lost in the fog of indecision. The lighthouse of focus represents your ability to cut through the noise and illuminate the path toward abundance and success. Focus is not merely about shutting out distractions, it is about aligning your energy with your purpose. Like the lighthouse, it requires strength, consistency, and direction. This chapter reveals how to build your inner lighthouse, shining light on your goals and guiding you toward the shores of prosperity. Focus is one of the most underestimated tools for achieving abundance, yet it holds the power to transform chaos into clarity and intention into manifestation. It acts as the lens through which your energy is concentrated, amplifying your efforts and ensuring that each action aligns with your vision. Without focus, even the most powerful aspirations can dissipate like scattered light, illuminating nothing. In the modern world, distractions are abundant. Notifications, endless to-do lists, and the lure of instant gratification pull your attention in countless directions. Each time you shift focus, you weaken the intensity of your efforts. It is akin to building a fire. If you constantly move the flame from one piece of wood to another, the fire never grows strong enough to generate warmth or light. Focus is the steady flame that ignites your dreams. Consider the story of a young inventor who spent years toiling away in obscurity, his energy divided among various pursuits. One day, he decided to devote all his attention to a single idea, a device that could record and play back sound. With undivided focus, his efforts bore fruit, and Thomas Edison's invention of the phonograph changed the world. His story illustrates a profound truth: focus turns potential into power. Building focus requires intention and discipline. Start by clarifying your priorities. What truly matters to you? Imagine the light of the lighthouse. It does not aimlessly illuminate the entire ocean. It concentrates on guiding ships toward a specific destination. Your focus must do the same, directing your energy toward goals that resonate with your deepest values and aspirations. The act of focusing is both active and deliberate. It begins with choosing a single goal or area of growth to concentrate on, setting aside the temptation to multitask or chase fleeting desires. Multitasking, despite its allure, fragments attention and diminishes the quality of your efforts. Instead, practice the art of single tasking, immersing yourself fully in one pursuit at a time. This concentrated effort creates momentum, much like a magnifying glass intensifying sunlight to ignite a flame. Focus is also a practice of elimination. Like the lighthouse cutting through the fog, it requires you to identify and release distractions that obscure your vision. Take a moment to evaluate the elements in your life that dilute your attention. Are there habits, commitments, or thought patterns that pull you away from your goals? By letting go of what no longer serves you, you create space for clarity and purpose. Visualization is a powerful tool to sharpen focus. Close your eyes and picture the beam of the lighthouse illuminating your desired outcome. Envision the path unfolding before you, clear and bright, as you move steadily toward your goal. This practice not only clarifies your intentions, but also reinforces your ability to maintain focus amidst external distractions. One of the greatest challenges to focus is doubt, the persistent fog that clouds your vision and weakens your resolve. Doubt whispers that your efforts are in vain, that the destination is too far, the obstacles too great. To combat doubt, return to the image of the lighthouse. It does not waver or question its purpose. It simply shines, trusting that its light will guide the way. Your focus must adopt the same unwavering faith. As you cultivate focus, you may encounter resistance from within. The mind, accustomed to scattering its energy, may resist the discipline required for sustained attention. This resistance is not a barrier, but an invitation to strengthen your resolve. Each time you choose focus over distraction, you reinforce your ability to direct your energy. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, a habit that aligns your actions with your aspirations. In the realm of abundance, focus serves as the bridge between intention and reality. It transforms abstract desires into concrete outcomes, guiding you through the fog of uncertainty toward the shore of success. With focus as your lighthouse, you illuminate the path not only for yourself, but also for those around you. Your clarity becomes a source of inspiration, a beacon that draws opportunities and resources into your orbit. As you stand at the helm of your life's journey, imagine the lighthouse within you shining brightly, its beam cutting through the fog of distractions and doubts. This light is your focus, illuminating the path toward abundance and limitless success. Each step you take is guided by its unwavering clarity, bringing you closer to the shores of your dreams. Take a moment to reflect. What is the destination you are guiding yourself toward? What distractions have clouded your vision, and how can you release them? Write down one goal that aligns with your highest aspirations and commit to focusing on it with the intensity of the lighthouse's beam. The power of focus lies not only in its ability to guide but also in its consistency. Like the lighthouse, your focus must remain steady, shining through the storms and challenges that arise. Trust in your light and trust in your path. The shore is closer than you think. With your inner lighthouse illuminated, you are no longer at the mercy of the tides. You are the captain of your journey, guided by the clarity of focus and the strength of purpose. Let your light shine, and let it lead you to the limitless abundance that awaits. Chapter 7: The Phoenix Principle, Rising from Setbacks. In the stillness after a raging fire, ashes scatter across the ground, lifeless and gray. Yet within these ashes lies the most potent secret of renewal. From this seeming destruction, the mythical phoenix arises, a creature reborn, radiant and powerful, carrying the wisdom of its former life within its new wings. The phoenix is more than a symbol. It is an eternal truth embedded in the cycles of life. For every fall, there is the potential for a greater rise, and for every ending, there is a hidden beginning. Your life, too, holds the energy of the phoenix. Challenges, failures, and losses can feel like consuming flames, reducing the familiar structures of your existence to ash. But these moments are not the end. They are the fertile ground of transformation. They are invitations to rise stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your highest self. The Phoenix Principle teaches that setbacks are not obstacles, but catalysts for profound renewal. Setbacks are inevitable, yet how you perceive them determines whether they define you or refine you. Many view failure as an end, a closing door that signals defeat. But failure, when viewed through the lens of the Phoenix Principle, is a necessary part of evolution. It strips away illusions, tests your resolve, and creates space for something greater to emerge. Reflect on the moments in your life when you've faced a fall, a job loss, a relationship ending, or a personal goal unmet. At first, the pain may have felt unbearable, the path forward invisible, yet as time passed, clarity emerged. Perhaps the loss opened doors you hadn't seen before or revealed strengths you didn't know you possessed. These moments are the ashes from which your phoenix arises. Science tells us that pressure and heat transform coal into diamonds. Similarly, the pressure of setbacks reveals the brilliance of your true potential. Challenges strip away the unnecessary, leaving only what is essential and unbreakable. This process is not easy. It requires courage to sit with discomfort and patience to wait for the transformation to unfold. But like the phoenix, you emerge brighter and more resilient. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, stripped of his freedom, his reputation tarnished by his oppressors. Yet, within those years of apparent defeat, Mandela transformed his perspective and purpose. When he rose from the ashes of imprisonment, he became a symbol of resilience and a leader who reshaped a nation. His life embodies the Phoenix Principle, rising stronger not despite the flames, but because of them. To activate this principle in your own life, Begin by embracing the fall. Resistance to failure only prolongs its grip on you. Instead, accept setbacks as part of the journey, acknowledging their presence without judgment. This acceptance creates the emotional space needed for growth. Like the phoenix, you must enter the flames fully to emerge transformed. Next, reflect on the lessons hidden within the ashes. Every setback carries wisdom, but it requires stillness and introspection to uncover. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How has it shaped my perspective, values, or priorities? Write these reflections down, transforming intangible lessons into tangible insights that guide your rebirth. Action is the next essential step. The phoenix does not remain in the ashes, it rises with purpose. Identify one small, deliberate action that signifies your commitment to moving forward. This could be as simple as making a phone call, setting a new goal, or reframing a negative thought. Each action, no matter how small, is a spark that reignites your inner fire. Remember that rising from setbacks is not a solitary act. The phoenix carries within it the essence of its past, just as you carry the wisdom of those who have supported you. Lean on your community, mentors, or loved ones for guidance and encouragement. Their perspectives can illuminate paths you may not have seen on your own. Finally, honor the cycles of life. Just as the phoenix repeatedly returns to the ashes, your journey will include ups and downs, peaks and valleys. Each setback is a chapter, not the whole story. Embracing this cyclical nature frees you from the fear of failure, allowing you to see it as a necessary rhythm of growth. The Phoenix Principle is not just about rising, it's about rising anew, carrying the strength of your past while shedding what no longer serves you. It is a call to see setbacks as sacred, as opportunities to step closer to your highest potential. As you reflect on the Phoenix Principle, visualize yourself standing amidst the ashes of a challenge you've faced. Within these ashes lie the seeds of your transformation, waiting to take flight. You are not the same person who entered the flames. You are wiser, stronger, and more attuned to your purpose. What does your phoenix look like? Is it bold and fierce, soaring toward new horizons, or is it gentle and steady, finding peace in the journey itself? Take a moment to envision your rebirth, not as an abstract concept but as a tangible reality. What steps will you take to rise? Who will you become in the process? The power of the phoenix resides within you. Each setback is an invitation to transform, to shed the old and embrace the new. Trust in your ability to rise, knowing that the ashes are not the end but the beginning. Spread your wings and let the fire of your past fuel your ascent. The sky is wide, and your potential is limitless. Chapter 8. The Mirror of Generosity, Reflecting Abundance in Giving. A mirror does not create light, but it amplifies and reflects the light that exists. It offers an unflinching return of whatever stands before it, an image so true and vivid that it demands acknowledgement. In the same way, the energy of generosity operates as a mirror in the realm of abundance. What you give, you receive. What you offer outwardly returns inwardly, magnified in unexpected ways. The mirror of generosity is an ancient secret, whispered across cultures and times. Its power lies in its simplicity. The more freely you give, the more fully you receive, not always in material forms, but in opportunities, connections, and the intangible wealth of fulfillment. Generosity is not just a moral virtue, it is a gateway to the endless flow of abundance, reflecting your belief in plenty and dissolving the illusion of scarcity. As we explore the mirror's truth, you'll uncover how acts of giving shape not only your external circumstances, but also the architecture of your inner world. Every generous act becomes a vote of confidence in the universe's infinite supply. The reflection it casts back can transform your life in ways both subtle and profound. In the natural world, cycles of giving and receiving sustain all life. The sun pours its energy into plants, which in turn provide nourishment for animals. Rivers flow into oceans and rain replenishes the earth. This exchange is ceaseless, each part giving without fear of loss because it trusts in the balance of return. Humans, too, are part of this cycle, yet we often resist its rhythm, fearing that to give is to deplete. Generosity is a key that unlocks this fear, reminding you that abundance flows through open hands. Consider the story of an ancient farmer who scattered seeds generously, planting far more than seemed necessary. His neighbors scoffed at the waste, planting sparingly to conserve their resources. Yet when the harvest came, the farmer's fields overflowed with abundance, while his cautious neighbors reaped only modest returns. The secret was in his faith. By giving freely to the earth, he trusted its capacity to return the gift manyfold. In your life, what seeds are you holding on to? Are you afraid that giving them away will leave you empty-handed? Perhaps it's your time, your attention, or your resources. The mirror of generosity teaches us that the act of giving itself creates a shift, a new flow of energy that ripples outward and returns in unforeseen forms. When you give from a place of abundance, you affirm that there is more than enough for all. Generosity also creates connections. Imagine a bridge spanning a vast chasm, connecting two distant lands. Each act of giving is a plank in that bridge, creating a pathway for others to cross. Over time, the bridge becomes mutual, allowing not only your gifts to flow outward, but also opportunities, support, and kindness to flow back to you. This is the invisible architecture of abundance, a network of connections built on the simple yet profound act of giving. But true generosity requires intention. It is not enough to give out of obligation or expectation. Like a mirror, the energy behind your actions reflects back to you. Giving from a place of resentment or fear only reinforces scarcity, while giving with joy and purpose amplifies abundance. Reflect on a time when you gave selflessly. Perhaps you helped a friend, volunteered your time, or offered support without expecting anything in return. How did it feel? What ripple effects did you notice in the days or weeks that followed? Generosity also transforms the giver. In giving, you step outside the confines of self-interest, expanding your sense of connection and purpose. This expansion is not merely emotional, it is energetic. Studies in psychology reveal that acts of generosity activate areas of the brain associated with pleasure and reward. Ancient teachings echo this truth, emphasizing that what you give to others, you ultimately give to yourself. To harness the mirror of generosity, start small but deliberate. Choose one area of your life where you can give without hesitation. It might be as simple as a kind word, a moment of your time, or a gesture of support. Notice how this act feels, both in the moment and afterward. Over time, expand your practice of giving, not as a duty, but as a joyful affirmation of abundance. Each act becomes a thread in the web of prosperity, connecting you more deeply to the flow of life. Generosity is not about grand gestures or material wealth, it is about intention and presence. A smile shared with a stranger, a thoughtful note, or an hour spent helping someone in need. These small acts carry the same power as the grandest gifts. The mirror reflects not the size of the act but the spirit behind it. In this way, you become a beacon of abundance, lighting the way for others and, in turn, illuminating your own path. Stand before the mirror of generosity and ask yourself, what image are you reflecting into the world? Each act of giving, no matter how small, sends a signal, a declaration of abundance that echoes far beyond its immediate reach. The gifts you offer create a reflection that shapes not only your external reality, but also your inner sense of purpose and fulfillment. Imagine the mirror expanding, reflecting not just your individual actions, but the collective impact of a generous heart. What possibilities arise when you give freely? How do your connections deepen, your opportunities multiply, and your spirit soar? This is the power of the mirror. It shows you not what you lack, but what you can create. Today, let your generosity be your declaration. Whether through a kind word, a small gift, or a moment of your time, let it flow freely, trusting in the infinite cycle of return. The mirror of generosity reveals that abundance is not something to be hoarded but shared. In sharing, you become part of its endless flow. The reflection you cast is yours to shape. What will it show? Let it be one of light, connection, and limitless possibility. And as you give, know that the universe mirrors your abundance, sending it back to you in ways you cannot yet imagine. You are both the giver and the receiver, the creator and the beneficiary. Step into this truth and watch your world transform. Chapter 9: The Infinite Web, Tapping into Universal Connections. High in the corner of an ancient cathedral, or stretched between the boughs of two sturdy trees, a spider's web shimmers with the morning dew. Fragile yet resilient, this intricate design speaks of a profound truth. All things are connected. The threads, though seemingly delicate, carry vibrations across vast expanses, informing the spider of opportunities, dangers, and the pulse of life itself. In the same way, our lives are woven into an infinite web of universal connections, threads unseen but undeniably present, linking us to people, opportunities, and outcomes. The spider's web is no accident. Every thread is placed with intention, creating a structure that supports both survival and creation. As humans, we are both the weavers and the navigators of our own webs, crafting connections and relationships that define the scope of our influence and the richness of our lives. Yet, unlike the spider, we often overlook the power and potential of this interconnectedness, dismissing it as coincidence or randomness. But what if you could consciously weave your web? What if, through intention and awareness, you could strengthen the threads that lead to abundance, success, and fulfillment? In this chapter, you will discover how to become the master of your infinite web, tapping into the profound potential of universal connections. Like the spider, you can learn to feel the subtle vibrations of opportunity, aligning yourself with the flow of life in ways that are both powerful and transformative. The web begins with a single thread. The spider launches it into the unknown, trusting the wind to carry it to a point of anchorage. This act of trust mirrors the first step in building your own web of abundance, reaching out, making connections, and extending yourself into new territories. In life, these threads might be an introduction to a new colleague, a bold application for a position, or a shared idea with someone who inspires you. Each thread strengthens the structure of your network, creating more opportunities for growth and support. Consider the story of a wandering scholar in ancient times who carried nothing but his knowledge and a willingness to share it. As he traveled, he exchanged teachings for food and shelter, building a web of relationships that spanned kingdoms. Years later, when faced with a challenge, this web of connections came to his aid, offering resources, wisdom, and refuge. His web was not built overnight, but through consistent acts of generosity and collaboration. Every relationship, every action, every word you speak is a thread in your web. The question is, are you weaving with intention? Many people allow their webs to form haphazardly, relying on chance rather than choice. But the secret to abundance lies in deliberate weaving, choosing the threads that align with your purpose and strengthen your foundation. The science of connectivity supports this truth. Studies in social networks reveal that individuals with diverse and expansive connections often experience greater opportunities, higher levels of innovation, and increased resilience in times of crisis. Like the spider's web, the strength of your network lies not in its density, but in its reach and adaptability. By cultivating meaningful connections across different areas of life, you create a web that supports your goals and amplifies your influence. But weaving the web is only the beginning. To thrive, you must also attune yourself to its vibrations. The spider waits patiently in the center of its web, sensing the subtle movements that signal opportunity or danger. Similarly, you must cultivate awareness, learning to recognize the signals that flow through your network. An unexpected conversation, a chance meeting, or a sudden insight, these are the vibrations that guide you toward the next step in your journey. Awareness alone is not enough. Action is required. When the spider senses a vibration, it moves swiftly and decisively. In your life, this might mean following up on a lead, reaching out to someone who inspires you, or seizing an opportunity that aligns with your goals. Each action strengthens your web, creating new threads that expand your reach and deepen your impact. Yet, the web is not just about receiving, it is equally about giving. The spider's web serves as both a tool for survival and a means of creation. In the same way, your web thrives when you contribute to the lives of others, offering support, sharing resources, and celebrating the success of those within your network creates a flow of energy that returns to you in abundance. Generosity strengthens the threads, making your web more resilient and expansive. Reflection is a vital part of this process. Take a moment to consider your current web. Which connections feel strong and supportive? Which threads have frayed or weakened over time? Where do you need to extend new threads to reach uncharted opportunities? By reflecting on your web, you gain clarity about where to focus your energy and how to align your actions with your goals. As you sit at the center of your web, imagine the threads extending outward, each one a connection to a person, opportunity, or idea that shapes your life. Some threads pulse with energy, vibrant and alive, while others may feel slack or disconnected. What do these vibrations tell you about the state of your web? What actions can you take to strengthen it, repair it, or expand it? The spider's web is a living structure, constantly evolving and adapting to its environment. In the same way, your web requires ongoing care and attention. Strengthen the threads that align with your purpose, release those that no longer serve you, and weave new connections that inspire growth and possibility. Each deliberate action you take reinforces the integrity of your web, creating a network that supports your journey toward abundance and success. As you reflect on the infinite web, consider this: you are both the weaver and the vibration, the architect and the energy that flows through your connections. Your web is a reflection of your choices, your actions, and your vision. By embracing this truth, you step into your power as a creator of abundance, knowing that the threads you weave today shape the reality you experience tomorrow. What threads will you strengthen? What new connections will you create? The web is yours to weave, and the possibilities are as infinite as the universe itself. Step boldly into your role as the master of your web, and watch as the world responds with opportunities, support, and boundless prosperity. Chapter 10: Cultivating Resilience in Adversity. Deep within the Earth's crust, where heat and pressure converge in an unyielding embrace, carbon atoms are forced into an extraordinary transformation. Over millennia, this intense crucible produces a diamond, a gem unmatched in its strength and brilliance. What once seemed like unremarkable carbon becomes a treasure, not despite the pressure but because of it. This process is a testament to resilience, to the power of withstanding and transforming adversity into strength and radiance. Life often feels like that crucible, testing the limits of our endurance and resolve. Challenges press against us, and the weight of uncertainty can feel suffocating. Yet, within these trials lies the raw potential for transformation. Resilience is the alchemy that turns pressure into power, vulnerability into vitality, and setbacks into stepping stones. The diamond within you is forged not by avoiding the fire but by embracing it, allowing the heat and pressure to refine you into your most authentic and brilliant self. This chapter invites you to uncover the secrets of resilience, how to stand firm amid chaos, adapt to change, and emerge stronger and wiser. Like the diamond, you possess the inner structure needed to endure and thrive. The question is, will you let the pressure define you or will you use it to shine? Resilience begins with perspective. Imagine holding a lump of coal in your hand, knowing it has the potential to become a diamond. What changes this humble material is not just the conditions it endures, but also the internal structure it possesses, the readiness to transform under pressure. Similarly, resilience is not about avoiding adversity, but about cultivating the inner fortitude to thrive within it. Consider the story of a willow tree in the midst of a storm. While oak trees with their rigid trunks may splinter in the wind, the willow bends and sways, its flexibility allowing it to endure the tempest. Resilience, like the willow, requires adaptability, a willingness to move with life's currents rather than against them. This flexibility doesn't signify weakness but strength, a profound understanding that survival often depends on our ability to adjust and flow. In practical terms, resilience is the ability to recover and grow from challenges. One powerful tool for this is reframing. Reframing involves looking at adversity not as a defeat, but but as an opportunity for growth. Imagine a failed project. While the immediate reaction might be frustration or disappointment, resilience reframes the situation, asking, "What can I learn? How can this experience refine my approach?" Like the carbon under pressure, each failure becomes a catalyst for refinement, polishing you into a stronger, wiser version of yourself. Resilience also thrives on connection. Think of the diamond, its brilliance a result of tightly bonded atoms working together in harmony. In life, our bonds with others provide the strength and support needed to weather difficulties. Reaching out to a mentor, confiding in a friend, or simply sharing your story can be transformative, reminding you that resilience isn't a solitary endeavor. It is the collective strength of connections that often lifts us when we falter. Emotional resilience is another cornerstone of this transformative process. When challenges arise, emotions can overwhelm, threatening to pull you into despair. The practice of mindfulness, observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, acts as an anchor, grounding you in the present and allowing clarity to emerge. Picture a diamond cutter, meticulously shaping the gem with precision and patience. In the same way, mindfulness allows you to shape your emotional responses, transforming raw, unprocessed feelings into clarity and action. Resilience also demands action. While reflection is vital, it is through deliberate steps forward that we truly embody strength. Take small, consistent actions toward your goals, even in the face of adversity. Each step, no matter how modest, is a declaration of resilience, a refusal to be paralyzed by the weight of the challenge. Like the diamond's unyielding journey through the Earth's crust, your persistence carves a path toward success and brilliance. Throughout history, countless individuals have demonstrated the power of resilience. One such story is that of Thomas Edison, who famously conducted thousands of experiments before successfully inventing the light bulb. When asked about his repeated failures, Edison reframed them as discoveries, stating, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." His ability to persist in the face of repeated setbacks exemplifies the essence of resilience, a refusal to give up, a belief in the value of the journey, and an unwavering commitment to the vision. As you navigate your own challenges, remember that resilience is not a fixed trait but a skill that can be cultivated. It begins with a decision to see yourself not as a victim of circumstances, but as an active participant in your growth. Every setback, every obstacle, every moment of pressure is an invitation to uncover the diamond within, to let your inner brilliance emerge. As the storm passes, the willow stands tall, its branches resilient and unbroken. The diamond, once hidden beneath layers of earth, now shines with unparalleled brilliance. These symbols remind us that resilience is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them, allowing their pressure to shape us into something stronger and more radiant. Reflect on the moments in your life when you faced adversity. What pressures tested you, and how did you emerge from them? Perhaps you discovered strengths you didn't know you had, or maybe you built connections that supported you through the storm. Each of these moments is a thread in the tapestry of your resilience, a testament to your ability to endure and thrive. The diamond within you is waiting to be revealed. Its brilliance lies not in perfection but in the journey, the countless moments of pressure and transformation that have brought you to this point. As you continue forward, remember that resilience is your birthright, a natural force within you that grows stronger with each challenge you face. What pressures are shaping you right now? How can you embrace them, trusting in your ability to emerge stronger and brighter? The choice is yours, to resist the pressure or to let it refine you into your most brilliant self. Trust in the process and know that like the diamond, you are destined to shine. Conclusion: becoming the keeper of the secrets. Throughout this journey, you have wandered the corridors of timeless wisdom, unlocking doors that reveal the treasures of abundance and limitless success. What once seemed hidden in the shadows is now illuminated by the clarity of your understanding and the strength of your actions. Each principle, each story, and each metaphor has been a key to unlocking your boundless potential. Imagine standing before a treasure chest, the culmination of your discoveries. Within it lie the tools, insights, and revelations that now belong to you. But the true power of this chest is not in its contents alone. It is in the realization that the keys to this treasure were within you all along. The secrets you sought were never banned, only waiting to be claimed by those courageous enough to explore. Let us return to the first symbol, the hidden treasure map. At the beginning of this journey, it served as a metaphor for the potential that lay dormant, waiting to be unearthed. You were the seeker, ready to decode the map's cryptic markings and follow its trail through the unknown. Now, standing at the culmination of this quest, you are no longer just a seeker. You are the cartographer, the creator of your map, and the master of your destiny. Through each chapter, you have uncovered a truth about success, abundance, and your own limitless capacity to thrive. The river taught you the natural flow of prosperity and how to remove the barriers blocking its current. The golden key showed you the power of perception to unlock hidden opportunities. The alchemist's crucible transformed your raw desires into refined intent, while the lighthouse guided you through the fog of distractions to your destination. Each symbol was a reflection of your own journey, a step toward claiming the life you are meant to live. As you move forward, remember that these teachings are not static. They are alive, evolving with you as you continue to grow. The river flows ceaselessly, the spiral staircase rises infinitely, and the phoenix is reborn again and again. So too are you in a state of perpetual becoming, transforming with every challenge you embrace and every opportunity you seize. Abundance is not a destination, it is a state of being, a continuous unfolding of your potential. This book was never about prescribing a single path to success, but about empowering you to carve your own. The principles within are your tools, but how you wield them will depend on your unique vision and purpose. Your journey will not look like anyone else's, and that is where your power lies, in the authenticity of your choices and the clarity of your intent. Reflect on the secrets you have uncovered. What have you learned about your own power? How will you use these insights to shape your future? The answers lie within you, waiting to be acted upon. Knowledge is the seed, but it is through action that the seed grows into a tree bearing fruit. As the keeper of these secrets, your responsibility is to act, to transform potential into reality. Let us close with a return to the treasure chest. Its contents are no longer a mystery but a reflection of what you have always possessed. Each tool within is a reminder of your strength, your resilience, and your ability to create abundance. You are the keeper of these secrets, not because they were given to you, but because you have claimed them. You have become the alchemist, the navigator, and the architect of your success. The journey is not over, it is only beginning. The map is now yours to draw, the treasure yours to expand. Step forward with the confidence of one who knows their power, the clarity of one who has seen the path, and the courage of one who is ready to create a life of limitless success. The final secret is this: the treasure is not something you find, it is something you become. You are the abundance you seek, the success you envision, and the limitless potential waiting to unfold. Go forth and create the extraordinary life that is yours to claim. The world awaits your brilliance.